Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector and the host of the Go Collect speculation video. In this episode, we are going to spend some time talking about 6 blog posts that have been sent in to Go Collect. This first blogger does something that I think is really cool. This second blog post is actually near and dear to my heart. So this next blog post is right up my alley. I want to play a game. The MCU has done some pretty interesting things, right? The folks over at Go Collect, it was all about more than meeting the eye. You could potentially get ahead of the curve, and we all know that Marvel is going to do something with Daredevil. While we are on this topic of Spider-Man, we have to acknowledge the elephant that is in the room, and the elephant is Miles Morales, a 3.5 sold. So there you have it. We have reached the end of another Go Collect weekly recap. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we'll tune in next week.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wizard World Virtual Experiences. I am Liz Prue, co-founder of PureFandom.com, and I'll be moderating today's Buffy the Vampire Slayer panel. Quick shout out to Go Collect, your number one source for collectibles, so be sure to check them out on GoCollect.com. We are so thrilled to have these celebrities here today, and we're so thankful to have all of you fans watching at home from all over the world. We're just looking at our streams right now. We have folks from Germany, Egypt, UK, Australia, Orlando, Florida, where else? Wisconsin, Texas, Rhode Island, Belgium, Ireland. You guys are coming in from all over. We love it. Before we get started, we have a couple of housekeeping items. We are streaming to you live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, bringing you that Comic-Con life to the comfort of your home with these free celebrity panels, in addition to paid exclusive experiences, including one-on-one private video chats, custom recorded messages, and autographs with the Buffy celebs on this panel. Plus, we have an extra special experience for Buffy fans, a virtual concert meet and greet with James Marsters, Spike himself, Once More with Feeling, where you and 9 other people will have 15 minutes with James while he rocks out. And all of those experiences I just mentioned are on sale at wizardworldvirtual.com and will continue to be so throughout the week. So even if you're watching a replay, all those Buffy experiences will be available through July 30th evening, and they will all take place on July 31st. Also, don't forget to check out all the past signed memorabilia and work of art from our favorite artists and vendors at wizardworldvault.com. It's basically Wizard World's virtual convention floor. And you can visit Facebook and wizardworldvirtual.com for updates on future panels. This week we have Rain, Harry Potter, Arrow, all sorts of fun stuff. And more importantly, we'll be asking your fan questions throughout this panel. So make sure you drop your questions in the chat on whichever platform you're streaming on, and we'll make sure to ask our Buffy celebs. Okay, let's get to intros. I know that's why you guys are here. Make sure you give a heart, a smile, a thumbs up for your favorite character as we welcome them into our virtual experience here. First up, we have Mr. Spike himself. Everyone put your hands together for James Marsters.
Hey guys, good to be here. Hey Liz, you're very good at this. You talk really fast and in a way that I can understand. Good for you.
You know, I try. I have 2 kids under 2, so I have to get it out and it's got to make sense.
Yeah, good job.
All right, let's bring our next one out. Everyone's favorite computer teacher, Jenny Calendar herself, Robia Scott.
Woo!
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Liz. I'm so happy to be here, guys.
Oh, we're happy to have you. Okay, everybody, next up, we all know her as Slayer Kennedy, Irari Limon.
Yuri!
Hey! Get the camera on. Hi, guys. Thank you for being here. And I have to say, James, you're right. Liz, you're a pro. Like, you're smooth, you're efficient, you're fast, you get it done. And I understand everything you're saying. You're pretty amazing.
Hey, you guys, you know what? I got to show up. This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We are so excited to have y'all here.
As are we.
Oh, yay. Well, we have another Slayer to welcome you guys. Yes. Amanda, Sarah Hagen.
Yeah.
Sarah!
Hey! What's up?
Nice.
We're in her house.
Happy to have you. Okay, and everyone, last but certainly not least, Buffy's Demon College roommate, Kathy Newman, Dagny Kerr.
Yeah.
Agni, what's this? What's going on?
Exciting.
What's happening there?
I just needed cardio. I was like, let's get some cardio while I'm here.
A little flash dance.
Quarantine workout. I love it.
Totally.
Well, we already have so many fan questions coming in. Everyone is so excited about this panel. A lot of people are wanting to know because everyone's binging Buffy right now because what else are you going to do in quarantine? Are any of you guys binging anything specific? Any new TV shows or movies?
Like all the time. I'm like, I can't even remember what I watched at this point. I've watched everything.
Have you? What's good?
Well, I watched a documentary called The Last Dance with about Michael Jordan. Oh God, it's so good. Yeah, it's like 10 episodes, and it's about the Chicago Bulls and in the prime of their time. But it's really good. I recommend it. Yeah, I'm
watching.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's so long ago. Tiger King was like early quarantine. Early quarantine. That was EQ. Yeah. Yeah.
You're so COVID round 1, Dad. We're already on phase 4.
Right.
Phase 4 again. You know, I had never seen. I know I'm like way behind, but I'd never seen Breaking Bad, and I saw it, and I loved it.
Oh, it's so good.
That show I've ever seen.
Lucky you.
That's bingy for sure. Very bingy.
Yeah, it was.
Every time you're driving around and you see a house with the tent, don't you wonder what might be going on in there?
All the time.
Oh yeah. What is Love on the Spectrum?
It's a Netflix show. It's a dating show for people on the autism spectrum.
Yes. Okay.
And I just fall in love with all of these people because they're so out there. They're like everything that happens to them on a date. I've gone through that. You know, the nerves, the brain freezing up. Now I can't think of what to say, or what are they going to think about me? Or you can tell they both want to impress.
Is that what you're watching
so
now?
Yeah, it's just so dear, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just like you. Oh my God, I felt that too. Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, I recommend it.
That's Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
What about you, Robia? Are you binging anything?
No, I'm not really. I got rid of my Netflix.
Oh,
because I know it eats too much of my life. I know. I kind of swim a little bit of a different direction. I'm trying to use my time in a way that does not involve binging. So that's just me. But let me tell you, when you're not in front of Netflix, you get a lot of hours of your life back, y'all.
What are you doing? Meditating like 4 hours?
Yes, I'm meditating.
I don't want to.
I'm writing. I'm doing things to nourish my body, soul, and spirit, James.
God, man, hats off to you. Wow.
Sorry, I don't mean to be a total geek, but I am. There you go, Liz. I try to avoid it, but you highlighted me.
You know what? You and Taylor Swift are crushing it right now. Writing and doing everything we wish we were doing. Good for you, girl.
Thanks.
We have some more fan questions coming in. Oh, go ahead.
Money Heist? I'm just curious.
Which one?
Money Heist? No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good. James? No, you didn't watch it?
I didn't even understand what you were saying. I'll be honest. I was just going to write it out.
Money Heist, right?
So the show Money Heist is a Spanish series on Netflix. Actually, it's
no, I haven't even. I will check it out. Thank you.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Get through the second episode. It's very good. So.
Go
on. I'll write that down.
Go on, Liz. Keep us moving, girl.
Great recommendations. No, this is good. Let me see. Okay, we have a question from Libra Jen. A question for all. Oh, this is putting you guys on the spot. What was it like to work with the cast of Buffy, your favorite cast or your favorite cast members?
None of my favorite cast members are here, but oh wait.
One of my favorite cast members is Dagny, but we very rarely work together on Buffy. Did we ever even have a scene, Dagny?
Never met you.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. We did a play together. This is a few years ago, but we did this original comedy that I forget the name of. And
West 87th.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I remember meeting you and going like, I know we've worked together? And you're like, yeah, kind of did Buffy together. And I was like, oh no, like I've forgotten. But anyway, we had such a good time, and you were so amazing and such a nice person. I had the time of my life doing that show.
I'm not either of those things anymore, but thank you. Thank you for saying that. No, we never worked together on screen in Buffy, but obviously we were in the same show. So yeah, it was great to work with you. James is a pro. I always say James is so cool. I remember like backstage, I didn't go on until the second act of the play. And so I would just pace because I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with myself? James sits there playing his video game. And then he's like, oh, I got to go home. And then just walks out there. Oh, so relaxed.
Yeah.
So nice.
I grew up in front of an audience.
I have to second
yeah.
that. I mean, I did get to work with James on set. And I have to say, he was definitely someone to look up to as an actor. Always so, and I'm not saying that because you're here.
Here, I'll shut off the video so you can talk about no.
But always so professional, always so prepared, and so genuinely nice, you know, not politically nice, like genuinely nice. And just a true artist. I would just sit there and observe him and be like, wow, like he's amazing. He's great. He's prepared. He's nice. So I'd probably say, you know, if I could choose anyone to work with again, it would be James.
Yeah, James was really like one of the nicest people. Like honestly, as far as like, yeah, he was awesome. I mean, everyone was great, and you know, we were season 7, Yari, like coming in like newbies, and everyone was so welcoming with open arms. So it was really refreshing and sweet.
I thought James was just okay, really.
Yeah.
You didn't get the best.
I could take him or leave him. So really. So no, James, love James, and it was of course great to watch him in action. You were quite incredible in that role. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I loved everyone I was working with. You know, I connected with them, but a lot of my real friendships happened because of this environment, because of the conventions. So Yadi and I became like palsies, like sisters. Was it the Buffy cruise, Yadi? I think that's where we met each other. And then Claire Kramer, I became very close with her because of the cruise. And then some of us, Dagny and James, we were in Paris together, which was incredible. So Sarah, I don't think we've ever crossed paths. So hi, good to meet you. So yeah, for me,
pretty incredible. Like even like past seasons, we can all like be family in a sense, like the Buffy fam.
I've spent so much time, not as much lately, Yadi, but a little bit. But there were a couple years there where we were on like the Buffy tour, where we were going to a lot of cities together and really got to, we spent a lot of time. And then James Leary, the other James, Clem.
Yeah.
He was like we joked around. He was my convention husband because we were at every convention together. So we were like the husband and wife, Buffy team. So it's just a cool group of people. I mean, for myself, here we are 25 years later.
Yeah, because like when we're doing the show, we're all super tired because we work like 12 to 20 hours a day. Yeah. So it's like zombie fest. And then for me anyway, there was the pressure of this is another amazing masterpiece script. And am I going to screw it up? Am I going to come out of today thinking that this is going to play better on the page? I always felt that this was a funnier show.
Did you ever, James? Did you ever feel like you didn't nail it? Because I mean, your performance is always.
I don't think like I ever did. I always felt and still feel that the show is a better read than it is to watch. Like because and you got to forgive yourself because on a television schedule, it's very quick and we're all doing our best. And I could tell that the whole cast had the same worry. Am I going to live up to these words? Or am I going to let them down somehow? And, we got most of it, but I would always I'd look at the sides, the mini script that they give you every morning after we finish the scene. And I just kind of flip over it. And I'd always notice we missed that beat. That was a hilarious beat. I laughed out loud when I read the script and we didn't get, okay, well, just move on. Let's try again. Yeah. So it is really great when that pressure is off to hang out with you guys at conventions. It's like, well, we just have to be, moderately nice to people today. It's not so much pressure, so I can get to know you. Yeah.
I love it. That's, it's great that you guys are getting the same fan experience that we are and attending the conventions, and it just makes it an overall even better experience. We have a few people asking. I think the first person to ask it was Debbie Morgan. Are you shocked at how far Buffy has come and how much it's impacted your life? And I know that question probably get asked a lot, but I'll say even I was reintroduced into Buffy again in college in a 400 level philosophy course. I don't know how I had to take that, but we studied Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the themes and how it was with like philosophy and all of this. And so I think it's just amazing how this show hits people at so many different stages of their lives and even personally for you guys. So did you really think that it would transcend into what it is today?
Absolutely not.
No.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I mean, no.
Well, wasn't it? I mean, it's gone even like significantly more like popular like as the years have even gone on. But like even in season 7, I felt like it was a popular show. Like I think,
no, for sure.
if I remember correctly, I don't know, but yeah. So I kind of knew a little bit that Buffy was like a big deal. But yeah, no, I didn't really realize like you don't think about that sort of thing when you're doing it. You just go in to do the work and do as good of a job as you can do and hope that people respond. So that's what you do.
I remember for me, I came in at the end of season 1, and the show hadn't been on the air yet. So I had no idea what to expect. I just read the script, and especially my character, I loved my character. I just thought, oh, she's so well written, so sassy and spunky and cat and mouse banter. And I just was so excited. And so I got on set, and my first scene was in the library, I think, where I tell him, about going back to the Middle Ages or something along that. I don't remember exactly. Oh no, it was the guy, the nerdy guy who had the computer, and we were talking about computers versus TV. Anyway, long story short, that was the scene, my first scene. And long story short, I got on set, we started to go, and it was an incredible experience to read the page and then see the cast. And to just know, like, wow, Sarah, Allison, Nikki, like everyone, charisma, like there was just such a fit. And to hear the script, James, like you're saying, to hear it come to life and to see how everyone just like was in the pocket of these characters, I knew right away, like, wow, this is really special. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is really special. The casting was so extraordinary. The writing so extraordinary. So, and here we are, it still has legs. It's fun to watch. A lot of times when we first started doing all of these conventions, we had a certain age group that were coming in. And then this next round, we have like all of their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's definitely crossed a lot of generations.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Go ahead.
Oh no, Dagny, you take it.
Oh, no, I was going to say for me personally, doing an episode and a half, really, of the show, that's all I really did. If you would have told me that 25 years later, someone would have a bobblehead of me because of that, that's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't even know
I want that bobblehead.
I know. I didn't.
Do you have that? Can you show us?
There was one in France, and I was like, "Is that me?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my god."
That's when you say, "Oh my god, I need that. I want that so bad."
I'm a pop toy. When did this happen?
And then they go find, and then hopefully that's on the floor and you can get one. I've gotten so many Spike dolls for that way. Oh my god, I love this. And then suddenly the next day they're like, "I bought it for you." I'm like, thank you. Yeah. I have a whole shelf of these things in my little study. Yeah. My little
pan out. Are you in the study?
Figures.
Pan out.
No, I'm not. I'd have to go in the other room. No, it's it's Spike. It's plastic spikes. It's fun. I was a Star Trek fan pretty early in the very early 70s, and I remember going to some of the first conventions for Star Trek and talking with the fans about how we had already seen the show, we knew what the lines were, and we still wanted to go back to that world. That there was something about that world that we just liked to be in. After we knew what how the danger is going to get resolved, we knew all the lines and everything. And I remember, I think in season 2, I came in and we were still shooting in 16 millimeter, which was a very small film stock.
Wow.
Like if the audience watches season 1 and 2, you can tell that some of the colors are kind of bleached out and some of the some of the contrast is a little too much because we were shooting in such little film stock. So there wasn't a lot of money that was being paid. But I remember thinking, this show could be like Star Trek, where it's just so interesting and so funny and charming that you would just want to go back even after you know what's going to happen. And I kind of sensed that it was possible that we might be talking about this for a few years. Yeah.
That's correct.
A few years.
That reminds me, James, at a Wizard World a few years ago, you told a story about how, did you see the first screening of a Star Wars: A New Hope?
Yes, I did. 1979 at the North Point Theater in San Francisco. It was about 9 months before the movie came out. And George put up a sign-up list at my high school at the theater in the theater, and I remember thinking,
George,
"Oh, this
are
is
you and George like this? It's just George."
Me and George, yeah.
George.
We come from the same hometown, Modesto,
George.
we grew up in the same
shout
hometown.
out.
Yeah. I met him. I went to his house, and I don't have time to tell the whole story,
Did
but
you
yeah.
really?
So
oh my gosh.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
cool.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I remember, I was like, wait a minute, I think he saw like the first screening ever of A New Hope.
Yeah. And we gave a 15-minute standing ovation. And apparently George and the other producers were up in the projection booth crying because it was the first time they ever got a positive reaction, because it was the first time they showed it to anyone with all the special effects and everything was kind of done. And up until that point, everyone was telling them that this is just horrible, because they didn't have the music, they didn't have the special effects, and they were showing it to their friends, and their friends were telling them they were insane. And finally, I got the cake baked. And so
cool.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
I also saw the premiere of The Matrix in Hollywood. Thank you. So
Nerd king over here, I love it.
Because of Buffy, I got invited to that. So
Dang, I didn't get invited because of Buffy.
Well, we do have, Robio, we do have a fan question for you from Tara1016, and I quote, "If Jenny wasn't so rudely and heartbreakingly torn from us, where would you have liked to have seen Jenny's journey go next? Others, or any other storyline you would have liked to have seen the character to go?" That last
gosh, I mean, so many. First of all, I would have loved to see, the Giles, Jenny, best couple, not best couple, but I would say best Giles love interest. I'd like to see that go a little further. But I would say I was really sad to not be a part of the musical. For my character, I think it would have been a really good opportunity to do like a Chicago Catherine Zeta-Jones type, like jumping on the desks and doing almost like a Hot for Teacher, but maybe not kind of dirty, but you know what I mean? Like a Hot for Teacher number, right? Like Catherine Zeta action. Because I was a professional dancer for many, many years. So the fact that I feel like that got pulled out from under me is something I'll never fully recover from.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine? James, James is having a picture right now.
Yeah, because I was thinking the only people that did the musicals, the people that didn't do musicals. So we were all kind of like trying.
I wouldn't say that I could really have sung it as well as maybe, I'm an okay singer, but I could have danced the heck out of it.
Wow.
Smoky classroom, jumping on the desk, like.
It would have been awesome.
Putting the kids in, pushing them to the side. Come on. Like this would have been awesome, right?
Reunion episode. There you go.
Yeah,
I hope that answered your question, girl.
All right, we have so many other fan questions. Oh my goodness, where do I even start? They're like flooding in. Oh, this is a good one. From Tim Ryan, a question for everybody. If Buffy was still on the air right now, what show currently airing do you think would make for a fantastic crossover event? Any of the ladies? Yari or Sarah? You look like you're stewing on something.
Don't ask the gal who doesn't watch
crossover event. I'm slightly confused by the question.
So like now they have like on the CW network,
like Flash and like
right? like a spinoff, or is that what you're talking about? Like
like characters go into both worlds, right?
Yeah, like Buffy and Angel.
Yeah, how Buffy and Angel did that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like, a whole like, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. I was
should
gonna
know.
say,
Watch everything.
Marketing.
Like going off with like
Marketing major
Slayers or something like that. But obviously, that's just like because I was a Slayer. So yeah.
Right.
I would have loved to see, this is not on the air anymore, but it would have been great to do a crossover with True Blood and just have the vampires of Buffy like demoralize the vampires of True Blood with superior dialogue and then kick their ass.
I love
And
it.
they could just see, like, we'd be cracking all these amazing jokes.
Nudity?
And they'd be all like, oh man, I'm not very funny. And then we would attack them.
I love that.
I agree with James 100%.
Yeah, Hannah would be good. Hannah is a
seen that
Netflix show, and she's kind of like a Slayer. She's young, and she got experimented on with chemicals and stuff like that. So that's why she has superpowers. But it would be great for Buffy and him to like get together.
Huh.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's a cool question.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, sorry.
We didn't answer it very well. Good thing James.
I think it's called Hannah. I hope it's called Hannah. I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Is it Hannah?
It is called Hannah. I mean, I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's a good show.
It's called Hannah.
Yeah, they have a cool promo image. It's on there all the time. Okay, we have so many. Jeannie 4 would like to know, did you have any input about the development or direction of your character, or was it just like Josh said, that's what happened?
So, I was the one who suggested that I iron my jeans and label eggs. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone else came up with that awesomeness. Yeah, no, I didn't know. No input.
I used to try, and then and I would say my idea to Joss, and he would go, James, that's a really good idea. That's great. And then there's me. Yeah. And then there's me, he would say. Yeah.
You actually say that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he was right. You know, my ideas, they didn't suck. They were actually a little interesting, but then what would come down the pike would be infinitely more interesting than what I wanted to happen. So yeah, thank God he didn't take any of my ideas. We wouldn't be sitting here.
You use those exact words, and then there's me, and then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's pretty fun.
The only thing I ever suggested, I put out there, was that my tongue was pierced, and he used it. But do you remember that?
Interesting. Why did you suggest that?
I thought
was it because your tongue was already pierced?
Because my tongue was pierced, and I liked having my tongue pierced, and I thought it would be a little
punk rock.
I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun to see how that could be written in, or I mean, because of who Kennedy was, and it was just fun. That's all. It's why not?
Why not?
But I never knew anything about my character. I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea even. As a matter of fact, what I auditioned for never was actually filmed. It was completely different scenes, completely different dialogue. So no, I was always surprised. I actually thought I was only doing one episode anyway.
Same. And I had no idea I was going to come back. Like, I don't know, what was it, like 10 episodes later or something like that? 8 episodes later, and be a Slayer.
Yeah.
No idea. And kill a vampire. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
If they would have told you that, you would have held out for more money.
I know, right?
Don't tell Sarah that she's going to be a Slayer.
That's why they didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would have known.
We have some more fan questions coming in. I'm Sandy B. This is for Yari. Did you feel any pressure being Willow's love interest after Tara died? That was such an epic.
That's a good question. No, because I didn't know the extent of her previous relationship. I hadn't watched the show, which probably was a good thing because, I didn't take everything to heart. I would hear comments, not very nice comments, on my character, but I can't, I'm glad that I didn't have that pressure. I'm glad that I didn't know the history, because I don't know if it would have changed, how I portrayed her. I'm not sure, but But now I do, and now I've watched it, and now I go, oh shit, I'm so glad I had no idea.
I love your portrayal. So do the fans.
And I love the relationship, and I think, and I completely empathize and completely understand people's reaction to Kennedy, the good ones, the bad ones, all of them. I completely understand. So I don't take anything personally, but it's a good question.
Fans get very passionate. I'm sure James has no idea what that's like with.
Well, I was going to say, that's the thing that happens when you're able to get the audience passionate about the materials. They're going to have passionate reactions both ways. Michelle Trachtenberg faced a lot of that too.
Yeah.
A lot of negative reaction. But at the end of the day, what you're hoping for is you're not boring people. They're engaged, and I got a different kind of passion.
Overall, we had
don't take the hook and think we're not.
I hid from the world the whole time you were filming. If I had the blonde hair, I was in a car or in my apartment or on set. I was like, I cannot deal with this.
You didn't like wear beanies and I don't know, go out in public?
No,
really hid?
No, I just didn't go out. Well, we were working most of the time anyway. So
but on hiatus, change your hair probably.
Yeah, I guess so. I would keep moving. Like if I stopped in one location out of doors, then a crowd would start to form, and then it got very passionate and very excited, and so I would always be kind of in motion. Like I rollerbladed a lot along the beach near my apartment, and if I was going at 25 miles an hour, I was fine.
You're fine, or you would die.
But it was weird. Like other people, I think, would probably enjoy that kind of attention, and for some reason, it just scared the crap out of me. It was weird because going through Joss's script, I just felt increasingly vulnerable, more and more vulnerable as the seasons went by. I feel like he was stripping away and showing, because Joss was getting to know me, and he was showing the audience more about me in a metaphorical way and all. But he was using what he was seeing in me for the character. Like William is probably closer to me than Spike, And I remember he said that, Spike is just the ultimate poser. He became a vampire so he can get away with it. But he's just, like, I'm just like this sensitive poet guy who suddenly becomes a vampire. I'm like, I can be the badass now, but that's not your real instinct. And I remember being so uncomfortable with Joss exposing that, exposing that I was sensitive or vulnerable at all. I was really enjoying the pose of the first Spike. And I guess I just, as the seasons went on, I felt like they've really seen me. They really know me more than I would probably reveal to a friend. Only the best friends would see that stuff. And so I was hiding. Yeah.
That's what made the show.
Did you ever confront Joss? Why are you exposing me like that?
No, I knew, that's called really good writing, like you can't fault that. And, I recognize that that's going to happen when you're dealing with a writer of that caliber. He's not going to go for the safe stuff. He's not going to make everyone feel comfortable the whole time. He's going to put you through hell, like all the best artists do.
I think that's a gift. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I love the show. We're just going to do one more question before we kind of do a round robin from you guys, saying your thanks and everything to the fans. This is a serious one. It's from Savish and Rose, and they would like to know from each of you, does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Hell yes.
Absolutely not.
No.
Hell yes.
No way.
I don't like
what did
pineapple in general,
ever
so.
do to you that it gets so much hate? Damn, can't we all get along here?
Pineapple belong in like drinks and smoothies and.
Is this a Buffy related question? Is that is?
It is.
Okay, because I was like, is that what a random thing to ask somebody? Okay.
Which is great. It's refreshing. I like, you know.
Say it's my favorite pizza, but I'll take any kind of pizza. So if there's
You like pineapple on pizza?
it wouldn't be my first choice, but I'll eat it
Right.
with some salty ham thing, and then the
Yeah,
seed.
well, I'll eat it, but I don't think it's long for it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Salty meat and sweet fruit is awesome.
Forget
It's
about it.
awesome.
Sarah and I are like,
My mom forced me to drink pineapple juice as a kid, and so I've been scarred for the rest of my life. No pineapples for me ever.
oh.
You have deep pineapple wounds.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah,
confront that.
lima beans for me.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
lima beans. I don't.
For me.
I'm
green
Italian. I'll eat whatever. What's yours, Yadi? Where's
green
yours?
peas. I used to pick them out of the rice, and I just don't like.
Oh,
them.
green peas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them.
Other than that, I can eat.
I'll
I can
take
eat
all
them.
your guys' leftovers, put them on a plate, serve them up to me. I'm Italian. I'll eat whatever's on the plate.
Italian. I love it.
I love it. Well, let's do a quick round robin of you guys just giving a little shout out, maybe what you're working on, or just saying thanks to the fans before we head out. We'll do.
Why is it over already?
God, it went
Yeah,
like that.
We'll do this
really
like that.
fast.
So
Too
fast.
fast.
Really.
Who's up first, James?
We
Mr.
talked too much.
Sure. Guys, hi out there. I'm so glad that we are here together. We're all kind of not as together as we have been before, and finding ways to stay connected is keeping me sane. And so I'm so glad that we're all here now. And what am I working on now? Not getting COVID.
Yeah.
I'm working on that. I'm waiting to see if DC Comics will greenlight a comic book series that I've had in my brain for a long time. We and a writing partner, we did what I think is a really good pitch, and our contact at DC said that there was a good chance it was going to get picked up, so to speak. And we're just waiting to see what the word is. And then I'm going in to record another book on tape, the new Dresden. We've waited like 9 years, or I don't know how many years, but years for a new Dresden book. And then Jim Butcher, who writes the series, drops 2 books right away, like boom, boom. So I read the first one, and the second one is a continuation of that book, and I'm going to go into the studio and record that. So
Awesome.
Wow, you have a lot going on. I
Yeah.
love it. You always have a lot going on. It's great.
I guess so. I don't know.
Thanks for sharing.
Do I leave
you
now?
know,
Is there
I
one
just
you're
want to
waiting
say
for me to
thanks.
leave?
Really nice. I
No,
really
you hang out. Just hang out for just another minute. We'll round robin with the ladies.
Yeah, good. I want to hear.
All
And
right.
then-
So nice to talk to people. I don't want to leave.
I know.
Yeah,
But here, Dagny, you do your sound off. Did want to say anything to the fans, or should we?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
go,
nice
Dagny.
to be able to see people, but you know, I'm so appreciative of everybody that always reaches out to me, all the fans, every fan I've ever met, the different conventions have just been amazing. And I just feel very fortunate to meet them and hear their stories. And I'm always flattered. And it's unbelievable to me after all this time with just such a small part that I was of such a big series that people that I brought joy to people's lives. It's just so cool. So I really just thank you. And yeah, I've been like James, just trying not to get sick, trying to stay sane, trying not to get too fat.
Are you baking? Are you one of the bakers?
Good, and then now my pants don't fit, and I'm like, dang it. So yeah. So and then I've been writing. I'm a playwright. I'm a published and produced playwright around the world. So I've been really busy. I've actually had a lot of my plays produced now. Now we're going virtual, but I had a few of them that luckily squeezed in some productions at the beginning this year in New York. So that was good. And then I've been working on a book. So I have been
Busy.
finished. It needs more work, but before I send it out. But hopefully the next time I see you all, you know, sometime it'll be published and out there. But I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing.
Gosh.
Who's next up? AR, would you like to go?
Sure. It's really nice to hear how everyone's keeping busy and being so productive. I love it. It's really good. I really enjoyed this, guys. I love each and every one of you. I've met every single one of you except you, Liz. I don't know if I've met you in person before. I'm not sure. But
probably at a Wizard World convention.
Oh, maybe. So I have a relationship with each and one of you, and I treasure that. I love these moments. I love that we can continue to do this, even if we're not physically next to each other. It gives me a lift. It brings like good energy and positive vibes. And I thank all the fans out there that were able to join us. I hope we can do it again. I feel very grateful, like you said. 25 years later, here we are, and we continue to, cause an effect out there, and that's really wonderful. And it's great that we can continue to I'll be doing a film in a couple months, so that's going to be fun. I'll give more information.
I read just a little blurb about that. I want to hear more. That sounds like it's going to be an incredible role.
Yeah, I'll tell you more once more is publicized, but because everything's kind of on hold right now, and I don't really like to talk so much until things are kind of like in progress, or you know how it is. But I'm excited, and God, other than that, I don't know if I'm gonna like move to France again if things don't pick up in LA, or where my life is going. But it's an adventure, and I take it as it comes, and I'm busy with my kids. Everything's good. I'm healthy, trying not to get COVID. I traveled a lot lately, so I've done pretty well. I've been on a lot of airplanes, but I've been very responsible. In fact, I think I was the only one actually wearing one of those big plastic masks. Yeah. 3 airports to get to Dublin, Ireland, and I was the only one with that thing, with the face cover. I don't know. I think I can't wait till everything gets back to normal, but I just wish people would just take whatever you believe. I respect all decisions, but just for to make others comfortable or whatnot. And I've been successful, and I made it all the way to France, and I can't wait to see my kids. But I will definitely be in touch to let you guys know what I'm doing next. For now, it's the film, and thank you all for being here. That's it. I talk a lot.
Oh, that's why we're here. Sarah, would one of you ladies like to go next?
Sure. Hi. Yeah. This has been really awesome. It's nice to meet you, Dagny. I haven't met you before, or Robia. So nice to meet you too. Or Liz. I haven't met you either. I'm sorry. I don't want to leave anyone out. But no, this has been great. And I don't know. I love doing anything right now that's not, even though I love my kid, like taking care of a toddler who can't really talk to me very much. So, and that's kind of what I've been doing, is staying inside the house, not going to any playgrounds or anything, swim lessons, nothing. It's been kind of a bummer, a real bummer. And also for her and her social skills. So I don't know. But we're trying, we're surviving, and that's kind of what I've been doing, is being a mom and trying to stay sane and watching a lot of TV in the background, and trying not to get COVID like everybody else, and wearing a mask. Please wear a mask. And so I don't know, scary times right now, but hopefully we can come out of this and get back and see all the fans in person again, because that would be nice. But thanks for watching and tuning in and asking questions, and
Sarah, really quickly.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary about this South American people that were just kind of discovered, like they decided to become known. Mm-hmm. And in their culture, the leaders and the shaman of their cultures, they're raised for the first few years in a cave, and they're not let out of the cave. And they're taught everything by a loving teacher and parent in that cave. And then when they get to be like 9 or 10 years old, they come out of the cave, and they say that they never forget the beauty of the world because they finally got out of the cave. So maybe your kid is destined to be a shaman.
Oh, what's the name of that documentary?
Yeah, what is the name of that?
I don't remember.
Well, then
I'll have to Google search everything you just told me, and hopefully it comes up.
That's interesting. Are you really quick? Are you in LA, Sarah?
I'm in LA. Yeah. Yep. In LA. So it's kind of bad here right now, but
You're crushing it, Mama. I have a 2-year-old at home as well, and it's It's just
You said you had 2 under 2.
I do. Just
That's,
keep
oh my
the
that's
glass
just
on, keep
crazy.
the wine poured, and that's
Oh, that's what I've been. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic or anything, but yeah, keep the
Hey,
wine poured, watch some TV.
Wow.
I love it. All right, Robia, what about you? Last but not least.
All right, last but not least, well, this has been wonderful. I'm just always honored to be a part of this show that I know has impacted so many lives so deeply, and made you laugh, and more than just that, more than just entertainment. All the years I've met fans, it's just been incredible to hear how much this show, how important it had been for so many people to take them through some really rough times. Whether it was a loss or some kind of trauma in their life, this show for some reason gave people hope. So my hope and prayer is that in this time, in these tough times, that this show is also able to give you something to hold on to get through what we're all corporately dealing with. So it's been great to connect. Some of you might know that I actually walked away from acting many, many years ago, but through just a surprising turn of events, I wound up doing a movie last year that was in theaters, and that's streaming right now on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you might want to watch my movie. It's called Unplanned, and I play a pretty intense character in it. So that was kind of neat to be back in my acting, and this part of me that had been dormant for so long, to kind of get those creative juices flowing again. And now it seems like that door is open back in my life, in addition to all the other stuff I'm doing. So I just got cast in a new movie. It's called Pulled from Darkness, and I filmed that in a month or 2. And Unplanned was based on a true story. It's a very powerful film. And this movie is also based on a true story on human trafficking. So it's really going to be an intense story, important that this kind of information gets out there, so we learn more about these types of topics and are informed. But anyway, I'm just kind of glad to be back in the mix, back in the acting world. So thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. And I hope we can connect more and see each other again.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Everyone, let's give a big likes, hug.
This has been awesome.
Applause for James Marsters.
Thank you guys. Thank you for this.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye. You love me.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
You hang up now, right?
Yeah, you guys can sign off. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye, Yadi. I want to talk to you. Bye.
Love you.
Thanks so much for joining, guys. Okay, don't forget, everyone, those paid exclusive experiences, including the James Marsters concert and those one-on-one private video chats, custom recorded messages. Those are always on sale at wizardworldvirtual.com, and the Buffy ones in particular are going to be on sale through the evening of Friday, July 30th, up until Friday, July 30th, and they will take place on July 31st. And we also have some really, really exciting experiences this week. Tomorrow we have Rain on July 30th. We have Freaks and Geeks with Sarah Hagen. Friday, July 31st, we have Harry Potter and Arrow. Tuesday, August 4th, we have the Vampire Diaries universe and X-Men voice actors. And Saturday, August 22nd, we have Smallville. So make sure you tune in and visit wizardworldvirtual.com for updates on all of our amazing panels that are coming. Oh, and if you want more Buffy fun, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, my purefandom.com co-founder and I will be hosting a Buffy fan panel. We are going to be giving away signed autographs of the Buffy cast members, tons of Buffy memorabilia and comics. So make sure you tune in, and you can do that just where you're watching right now. And thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we'll see you later tonight.